0.5. Normally I like to keep these videos in the uh, 50 minutes to 1 hour range, but not unfortunately. I had a business phone call I had to take, uh, so I had to stop broadcasting earlier than I expected after only like 15 minutes. So I apologize for the short episode pre this one. Uh, oh, hello. I'll just let my Velo take care of it. Anyway, when I left off, I was discussing how I'd be making my hut right over here. And, well, I'm off to gather supplies. So, first thing I'm going to do is make a large storage box so I can start storing supplies in there. So, voila. One thing I like to do is when I have decided where I'm going to build or what I'm going to build, I try to gather up a lot of materials and stick it in the box and try to do a bunch of work at once. So I guess I have to go through my disclosures again real quick. My name is Sam. Welcome to my feed on Ark as a solo player. Kind of walking through from start to finish. I am playing at a full 1.0 difficulty setting. Usually when you start the game, it starts off at 0.2. So because of it, I've already died a lot, and I am sure it will continue to die a lot. I spent the first 3 episodes wandering around aimlessly, trying to find a place. I'm used to this side of the map up here, where I'm at now, and I decided I wanted to start off on the other side of the island to a place I didn't know yet. And yeah, just I wasn't feeling anything, so I decided to come up here and do it here. Guess I need to make myself clothes and stuff too. That'd probably be helpful. Let's go ahead and make 5 more bolas, a couple more spears. Do have that. Good. Anyway, more disclosures. If you have children around or you yourself are sensitive to language, I do cuss, so bear that in mind. And yeah, there you go. There's your warning. I think I may have already said this previously, but in case I didn't, I did notice that my earlier videos were very dark at night. While it didn't seem that way on my side of the screen, I could definitely tell through the YouTube video that it was very, very dark. So I did raise that gamma level up, so hopefully that will help. And yeah, there we go. Keep it like that. So yeah, night, it's getting close to night, so I think one thing I need to do real quick is actually do this fireplace. Fire, whatever. So one there. Might as well cook some meat up if I have any. Yes, I do. put one there, and let's put another one over here. There you go. Hopefully that should get us through the night. Let me see if there's some good hide over here on Bug Eater by this point, which it probably should be. As well as get him leveled up a little bit. Good meat gather. Not so much on hide, I see. If you're new to my series, please hit that like button down below if you like what you're seeing. If you don't, well, don't hit the don't like button. I don't know about that, but hey, whatever. Let's see. If you do like what you're saying now, definitely hit that like button. And then also consider subscribing. Just have to hit that button below as well. If you ever want to try to catch me on Twitch while I am broadcasting, I don't have a set schedule by any stretch of the imagination yet, but feel free to stop by that. I will leave the link to my Twitch stream in the description below, and you can feel free to follow me on Twitch as well. Fair warning, if you do follow me on Twitch and come into my chat channel, I have a tendency of not recognizing seeing someone in my channel for a while, and so just be patient. I promise you I will eventually see you. I'm not just ignoring you. Let's see. So, I think I mentioned, actually, I know I mentioned this before. One thing I want to encourage people who watch my series is to consider some of the other channels that I know I follow that do, at the very least, as good a job, but I would say they probably do a lot better job at this stuff than I do. So let me name off a couple of these places. Neebs Gaming is an awesome channel. They live Twitch on Thursday nights, and then Saturdays are their release date of the month right now for their adventures in art. I also personally follow them for their GTA 5 and their 7 Days to Die as well. So, a good group of guys. I think you'll like them. Let's see, who else can I tell you about? Aaron Longstaff. If you like building stuff, he has some amazing video on builds that you might like. And then another one to follow, in my opinion, would be nickname is UTC, and that's all short for Unite the Clans. And he does some really big builds, and if I'm not mistaken, some of his stuff have actually shown up on teasers and trailers for the Ark game. So, very talented person there. And I guess one other person I would like to mention, he's actually kind of a recent discovery, is, what did I just make? Oh, another axe. Yay. Alright, that works. Where was I? Yeah, anyway, I just discovered him today. He does a lot of list stuff, but good practical knowledge in the game. And that would be, he goes by CJ the Cheese DJ. Hey, don't talk to me. I didn't pick out his name. So one thing I can tell you is I know the gamma should be working fairly well, the new gamma level. I know it is as bright of a night as I've ever seen. I mean, I can see a pretty good distance. So I'm actually doing this as a test because I'm going to come back to this after I upload it to YouTube and see how dark this area is to me right now. The fact that I'm seeing shadows at night tells me the gamma hopefully is high enough, but we'll find out. If not, you'll just have to listen to my voice as you listen to a dark screen, as you watch a dark screen. Alright, let's see. More wood, more thatch, more fiber, all the important things in life. So one of the things I like to do when I'm building is incorporate the environment around it. Aesthetics. Really just comes down to that, aesthetics. So because of that, I try to keep a lot of stuff in my immediate vicinity without stripping all the resources out of it. I leave some for natural look, stuff like that. Which is why several of the trees here are going to remain untouched in the valley. Not all of them, matter of fact, I'm going to go take down that groove right down there, but groove, potato, potato. I just can't talk, that's all there is to it. Let's see, I know this tree grove here, grove. Is it grove or groove? This is all coming out, so I will start tearing this apart. One of the harder things in the early part of the game is when you have to, lack of a better word, manually collect each individual resource. Here soon, I'll be in a position that I can make a saddle for a trike and then train said trike. And at that point, some things start to get easier. And then the same thing for later on when I get a mammoth. Alright, let's get up to 200 health. I'm level 21. Go away, monkey. Let's see. Did I already get the trike saddle? I did, okay. That's right, I was going to save up my points to get everything at once for refining, forge, smithy, metal pick, metal hatchet. So, we'll go ahead and do it that way. Oh, that's the overheater. Pair of them. Crazy little guys. Man, I am not used to being able to see this well at night. And I'm glancing over at my iPad right now, and it's giving me at least a little sample of what the video will look like. And it still seems dark to me, and I'm not sure if that's going to translate up to YouTube or not, so I guess I need to do a little research on how I can affect the gamma in the video instead of just my game. Because I'm seeing how dark you guys would probably be seeing it right now off my iPad, and I'm sitting here going, man, on my screen it's a lot brighter than that. I know I watch videos with other players and including my friends that I play with on the server, and I notice everybody runs, and I actually don't run. And the reason why is I've noticed that if you run, you dehydrate faster, so you go through more water, and you also, while your stamina goes down, you run that risk of being on low stamina if a creature surprises you for combat. So what I like to do is I just pretty much walk everywhere, and I only run if I'm running away from something, or if I need to get to from point A to point B that fast, or C, I need to traverse an area quickly because I'm trying to avoid a predator or a carnivore or something. Let's see. If I was to start making... Actually, I don't. Yeah, let's make 5 of these. And it's just to get the layout done for where I'm going to put my hut at. I like to lay out the foundations and thatch first, just to make sure the measurements are right, and then I'll come back and do it with wood or stone, depending on the structure that I'm making. Alright, I was looking over here, and I was thinking I might be able to put a 2x3 down, and still stand by that. Let's find that magical spot. Now, did I line it up right? Yes. So I'm looking at a... Yeah, let me make a couple more. Excuse me for a moment. Alright, back. Let's see. Let's put all that back. And let's go place these 2. I still can't believe how bright this night is underneath Gamma. I'm gonna pause here for a minute. The feed is onto my iPad for Twitch is slightly slower, so I want to get an idea what you guys might be seeing. Yeah, see, on the video stream here, you can barely make out on the other side of the pond and the lip of the valley, and it is very stark clear to me on this. And somebody's fighting down here who's trying to take out. Oh, I'm glad he took it out, because I still didn't see that dillo that spat at me. But that's why I have him down here, so I don't get surprised. But yeah, this valley area to me is almost as bright as day, and I'm still seeing how dark it is for you guys. It was only dark when I went down there into the actual shadows where the dillos were fighting. So. Alright, so this is going to be my basic hut structure right here with... Do I want to put... No, I don't. I was going to use this as a foyer type area, but nah, not going to do that after all. Alright, so let's put this stuff back in. And let's take a quick look. All right. Alright, and now let's take a quick look at, can I get all the wood engrams at once? Probably. That works for me. Guess I should have done the wooden door before I did like the wooden pillar, but oh well. So now the question is, how many wooden foundations can I make? Not enough, so we're going to put this all back in, and let's go, whoops, actually. Make sure everything is, there we go. Everything's repaired. You know, see, right now this area right here is really dark to me. But then I can come up just here and I can see light and shadows. And I know you guys aren't seeing that, so... yeah, I'm going to be obsessive about how to figure out how to make the night experience better for this. So if you have any suggestions, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Perhaps you are doing something similar as what I'm doing, and yeah, maybe you've already encountered how to fix this problem, and if you have, I'd appreciate knowing how. And with that music, we now know it is true dawn. Yay. Could grab some easy wood from the beaver dam, but that's not a good idea. We know they'll just come over and eat me, so let's not do that. I know I heard over here. Oh, it's a beaver. Okay. Grass is so tall, I can't see anything. Wouldn't mind a chance of trying to tame the monkey. And I hear it. I just don't see it. Oh well, maybe next time. I have previously, my previous playthroughs have not gathered pet creatures. Matter of fact, the only pet creatures I've collected is in the Aberrant map, and that was the bulb dogs. And they're probably the most necessary pet in all of Ark in the Aberrant map. That said, I would love to eventually have an otter for this playthrough, and I figured I might as well play along with the ideas of other pets as well, which is why I'm keeping an eye out on trying to get that monkey. Normally I wouldn't waste any time with them. And yes, I recognize the humor and saying how I wouldn't waste time on that if you've watched all of my videos so far and noticed that for hours I just wandered aimlessly. So yeah, I get it. It's funny. By now, as you probably learned, I will ramble on for quite some time and then suddenly hush up, and yeah, I will get better at this probably. I'm going to assume so. I've noticed a difference in the amount of talking and therefore content, entertainment, if you will, discussion, whatever word you want to put in there, between my first episode and my third episode. So I know it's something that's improving constantly and will probably get better with every episode. Part of it, to be honest, it's, I'm sitting here basically talking to myself. Yes, I'm talking to a assumed audience I'll have one day, but right now I don't have anybody following me or I do have a few followers on Twitch, but nothing here on YouTube. And haven't really promoted the first episodes for people to watch to begin with. So conceptually, yes, I know I'm eventually talking to people, but right now I'm basically talking to myself. And what's really disturbing about this is I'm not used to talking to myself, but my dogs are completely asleep on my lap and next to me on the couch like, yeah, like this is nothing new. And my wife is very supportive, and she hasn't made too much fun of me for talking to myself while I'm out here. She's actually back in the home office, and she's playing Ark as well on the PC on a PvE server for her friend, our friends, and I. She has watched me play this game for a couple months, and we finally got the copy of the game for her to play, and she is really enjoying it. And as she said, it's sucking her into it more than she thought. And she hasn't been sucked into a game like this since Minecraft. One thing I will note on this game is, in my opinion, it has the perfect balance and the settings to adapt that balance from person to person between risk, challenge, risk, and reward. And they have really done a good job in mastering that. Now it's still not going to be great. Hey, everybody. One example, I know we have a couple friends who would like the game conceptually, but because it's open-ended, they don't like open-ended games. They prefer a quest structure, an true end game goal to meet, and they like it to be a progression versus open-ended, and when you're ready, you just go do it, which is what you do here in Ark. So, be careful as I come more down the cannon here. Oh, yep, and that's why. I know those Troodons aren't really much, but I've just had nothing but bad experience with them, so I actually do try to avoid them. Kill them with dinos once I get a pack. But yeah, I feel this game has this really good mix of challenge, risk, and reward. And I like that you can tweak it for yourself. you know, example, as a solo player, I don't want to hang out all day in my game time to tame a dinosaur. So I have the taming up to 1.6. So 60% faster than normal. And you, if you've played, know how much you have to gather in this game. And so I put it on the double setting. So that way at least I don't have to, well, I can gather resources half as much. And again, this is a little bit of saving. Yet, my dino difficulty is on 1.0 instead of 0.2. So again, you're just finding that balance for you. Just go into settings and start playing around with it a little bit. Figure out what works for you. Here, yell at me and then run away. There you go, bye! Those things are funny. They sound so mean, and yet they're such scaredy cats. They remind me of like my dogs. They sound mean, but they're scaredy cats. Don't tell them I said that. Alright. I'm gonna start clearing out some of these trees over here, maybe. No. Trying to be more conscientious than ever on this playthrough of what trees to cut down and not cut down within the valley itself. If for no other reason than aesthetics, and you know, eventually I'm going to be up to, you know, episode 60 or 20 or 105, whatever episode it is, where I can do a full valley tour of all the structures. And, you know, I want it to look good at that point. And so, the other thing is because I'm not used to talking to myself, I'm also not used to talking to myself while I'm trying to play a game. And, yeah. So sometimes I am finding that if I'm having a hard time figuring out which way to go, just come over and do a little bit of gathering of something or another, and that helps. Because I eventually want this to be an exchange of ideas and concepts and a discussion back and forth. Whenever you do watch this, whether it's the day I put this video up or, you know, a year from now, do say below what map do you like? What base location do you like and where at? Get rid of these single palm trees that to me don't seem to fit. Oh, let's see. Do we have the necessary? Yes, we do. We had the supplies on hand in order to get that repaired. Yay. So eventually here, I'm going to start going out to gather some dinos. The starting dinos I'm going to start with is definitely going to be a trike, for sure. And I like dinosaurs in groups, so I'll end up getting 2 or 3 trikes at some point. I may or may not get a parasaur or 2 this round. I normally have a couple 3 on hand, but I don't know if I want them to go around or not. Because at the end of the day, I rarely use them other than a pack mule. And honestly, between like trikes, stegos, there's already enough storage really. So I don't know if I'll go with bears or not. Definitely want some raptors and some dillos in a group. Eventually we'll have my mammoths. I like having 2 or 3 mammoths around. They are great for gathering wood and berries. OMG. At least one iguanodon, just because I like it as a mount so much. And eventually a stegosaurus or a couple of them. Actually, it might be easier to say some of the dinosaurs I don't go after. So I normally don't go after scorpions unless it's an aberrant map. And that's just because their colors are just spectacular on the scorpion model and aberrant. They're just gorgeous. But on a map like this, on the island here, probably won't do anything with scorpions. It's subject to change. You know, I might be in a position where I can get one fairly easily. And they're a pretty easy tame and capture actually. I probably won't end up getting a spider, cause yeah, I normally don't go after mantises, and actually I'm not sure if mantises are on this map or not. I know they're on the Ragnarok map, which is the map I normally would play on. Let's see. I've only ever tamed one Sarco. Named him Sarco Sam. Anyway, there's plenty of dinosaurs I have not trained yet. But very few that I would be just like, nah, I don't want to train it. I definitely don't want to train a terror bird. They can all go die in a fire. Alright, oops. Crafting, let's see, how many can I make now? Okay, so good. I need 6. I need 1. I need 1. Let's go ahead and make my bow. And let's see, 5, 10, 15. Let's get up to 100 arrows. And while that's making, I can come over here. Alright, at this point I want to go ahead and up my fortitude. I like getting up to a fortitude of 24. Fortitude's a stat you either are all in or leave alone. And what it does is help you deal with environment, heat, cold, etc. And it just helps you not take so much damage, basically. And that's what I have found Fortitude does. I'm sure it probably does another thing or two, but yeah. Alright, let's see. What else do we need? Need 2 of these, 2 of those. Let's see, gonna eventually need 2, 4, 6. Well, and let's make windows first. We don't have the things for windows, so that'll be a next. Let's go ahead and get a couple of these made. Let's start off with 3 of them. And those. One of my dogs, Molly, just came over to say hi to me. Hi, Molly. What you doing? Molly says hi, everybody. Do you want to go outside? All right. Alright guys, I am going to pause this just for a minute. I'm still going to continue talking to y'all, but I need to let some dogs out. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself while I call them. Hang on. Phew, it is cold outside. I live in Texas and we are having the winter advisory. Not as much snow as I think we're expecting, but definitely some ice and sleet. And the part of the problem is that's why it's not dumping a lot of moisture. It's doing so every little bit, so it's forming layers of ice. So, which means today I pretty much got the day off, which is why I'm sitting here making more videos. Alright, where was I? Oh yeah, making stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and put everything back in. Actually, how much more stone do I need for this? Need more hide and stone. Okay. And actually, now that I think about it, let's go ahead and put these in. Oh, that better not block a wall. I think it'll be okay. Alright, let's see, I'm going to want one window. Looks like I want 3 windows total. Stop it there because what I'm trying to do is just pick up enough materials that I can repair my axe and pickaxe while I'm out gathering if I need to, which usually I'm going to need to. And it just helps slowly stock up everything. Now, need to be a little bit careful. Last time I was here just a few minutes ago, we saw the Trudon that I ran from. And I'd really rather not run into them, at least not as a pack. looks like I'm almost full of weight, so we'll go ahead and go dump this off and we'll come back out. Actually, let's go ahead and repair my axe. Just dawned on me, I'm still naked. I'm gonna have to kill some beasties and put together some hide armor or something. Actually, I still think I need to learn hide armor. Alright. So the lovely life of dogs and you being home is they want to constantly go in and out. Come on guys, let's go outside. Come on, out you go. Molly, come on. You're the one who started this whole thing. Come on. Actually, I'm just going to leave the door open for a few minutes. I have, Molly is my oldest dog. And she changes her mind every 5 minutes whether she wants to go be outside or inside. So sometimes I just leave the door open. She kind of does her own thing, like she is now. She's heading on out. Look at that. All right, let's see. Where was I? Let's put this stuff away, and let's see if I have enough to at least make some clothes. Let's see. Pants, shirt, shoes, hat, armbands. Look at that. I had enough. Oops. All right. Let's see. I needed windows, but do I know windows? Do I know how to craft windows yet? No. So don't have any engram points left. So yeah, we'll just gather some more and then I'll make those windows. And actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and just call it here. And I want to thank you for joining me in episode 4.5. If you like what you saw, please hit that like button below. If you really liked it, please consider subscribing. Again, link is below. If you ever want to try to catch me out on Twitch, my Twitch channel and link will be in the description below as well. So until then, I'll see you in episode 5.